really love him like I do.
Hey, welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to our channel. You are now part of a community of straight A students that excel at everything true crime. We gather below in the comment section and connect and have good days, where we love to deep dive on trending true crime topics, analyze, connect, even educate one another. Now, I don't know what you want me to tell you. It's not malicious. But over here, we will have a good laugh. So, yeah, you might wanna, or yeah, you might wanna. So, to celebrate another 100 subscribers, we're gonna look at some of Sarah's craziest moments from trial.
But you don't know who, if anybody, put those marks on her, right?
Well,
Just calls for yes or no.
I can tell when they must have had an argument or something. I hear the dogs barking.
Okay. And you're 5 doors down, right? Unit 8, Unit 3?
Yeah.
Okay. No other questions?
Any redirect examining?
We didn't know what to expect coming down here to Orlando. Judge, I'm allowed to.
I'll give you a little bit more for intro, but then we need to get into it.
I'm going to get into it, but I wanted to say, it's a small town, good people. We've been down here 3 weeks. We didn't know what to expect. We've been surprised. From
Objection. Improper argument.
Mr. Owens, approach.
You were the only ones, in this case, because Sarah Boone was arrested, it's going to be able to look at it critically and objectively. Objectively. Not like the state attorney.
Objection. Improper argument.
Overruled.
Objectively. And the law in Florida gives y'all the power and authority to do that. The state attorney can't make the decision. They can't make the decision. They can try to influence you. And we're going to talk about some of the things they did here in this trial. And some of the things they said.
Objection. Objection. Any motion?
Yes. Ma'am, come on up if you can. Raise your right hand. Madam Clerk's going to go ahead and swear you in.
Do solemnly swear or affirm the testimony about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Ma'am, if you could state and spell your name for the record for us.
Christina Pena, Christina Pena.
All right, you may inquire, sir.
Ms. Penna, how old are you?
31,
And where do you live?
Orlando.
Now, it's my understanding, Ms. Penna, that you were in the county jail with Sarah Boone.
Yes.
How long were y'all in the same cell together?
Yes, I was in there for 4 years, but we were together for 3.
Okay. And I understand ultimately the charges against you were dismissed?
Yeah.
And so you were released on what day?
April 4th this year, I think. Yeah.
2024?
2023.
2023. So you've been out for a pretty good while.
I've been out for like 6 or so months now. Yeah, since April
Okay.
of this year, actually. Sorry.
April of 2024. And you said y'all were bunkmates there together for about 3 years?
Yeah.
I would assume that y'all got to know each other pretty well.
We did.
Okay. And if you could, if you'd like to speak on her behalf to the judge.
Yes. Sarah's one of my best friends, my only. Sorry.
Take your time.
She's helped me to love. Spiritually and like growing, and she helps everybody. She's always, I don't know, spirit. She helped me a lot, and she would come to me. She'd talk to me all the time and pick me up when I was down, or if I didn't know something. She good, I don't know, she was a good person to me. She just, mistakes happen. She always helped people. She was always helping everybody in the dorm. She, even like her artwork, she did art. If anybody needed any help or needed anything, they'd come to her and she'd help them. And even if they, did wrong to her, she would still go back and help them and praise with them and pray over them and everything. It's just.
And was she a little bit older than you?
Yeah.
How much older was she?
40, in her 40s. So, yeah.
Did you think of her as maybe an aunt or a big sister?
Big sister, yeah. She was like a big sister. Like a sister I never had.
Wow. So in over 4 years, it comes down to me representing myself in 62 days?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Mr. Banquets, I'll start with you. Tell me why you're moving to withdraw.
Judge, the letters that have been coming to your honor, the derogatory berating of my services in this case, I can't effectively represent her. She doesn't trust me. She calls me a dud, I think, a buffoon, on and on and on and on. And no one should have to endure that type of derogatory comments and expect to effectively represent someone, especially in a murder case.
She's being treated like every other pro se inmate in the institution. She's not being penalized at all. She wants consideration over and above what everybody else has.
If I may please, what is over and above? What other pro se inmates, what is it that they've asked for? I don't see how they could successfully even represent themselves without internet and a regular working phone. And I'm pretty sure that they were not able to complete their case and the successful outcome that they were hoping for by being provided simply papers and pens.
Counselor, if you
I'm not sure if she's asking me a question. I don't know.
which contain the state's digital evidence and digital transcripts of the depositions of Detectives Chelsea Kopsel and Scott Lowen, and he was to meet with you on Saturday at 9 o'clock. Did that meeting take place?
It did.
Okay, what was provided to you, if anything, at that meeting?
What he and I did?
What was provided to you? What was given to you by Investigator Lane?
The digital evidence we went over, and we're still reviewing the discovery, but I don't recall anything physically being handed to. Not concluded going through that. We have other meetings tentatively scheduled, which we will be concluding that also in order to meet the deadline for the objections of the 23rd of August.
How many of those 9 items were you able to review with Mr. Lane on Saturday?
Not more than one.
Okay. Were you able to access all of the 9 items on that USB drive?
For the brief moment that he and I were able to attempt to do so, yes, they seemed to work.
Okay, you did not have any issues opening up any of those files?
I personally myself did not open all of them.
Okay, all right, okay.
It's on our to-do list.
Some of the things that she thinks are important from a lawyer perspective, perhaps I don't attach the same importance to, and you try to explain that to a client. I know the court's in a difficult position, but at this point, we're at that impasse of if she walks out of every conference that I have with her, I'm not sure what that says about the attorney-client relationship.
I told her from day one that her snotty attitude was inappropriate, and I tried very hard to bear with her and her attitude. I don't know what it is that I'm doing wrong to her, but I feel that her attitude has equaled prejudice, which is not in my favor, especially considering she supposedly represented my life. Such as, why can't I have a bond? Why can't I have a download of my phone? Why can't I speak to my investigator? Why can't I have my medical records? Why can't I fully utilize my constitutional rights? There's 3 pages worth of questions that I have.
What constitutional rights specifically?
I'm very leery about having a fair trial at this point. There's a handful of other...
What did you think of Sarah's Oscar-winning performance?
And you're doing this pro bono? I don't think she has much.
No.
What are you getting?
Well, Sarah's got to pay me back one day.
Okay. Okay.
That was the agreement I had. I didn't want to. I wanted her to understand that she needs to be self-reliant and she needs to be responsible for fees. I've got a bunch of clients that are paying me, and some of them only pay $50 a month. And but it's important to me. It's important to them, that we have an arrangement to make payments, and that's what I told her.
Do you think?
I feel.
Do you think she needs to tell her story in the courtroom?
Well, Sarah's a unique individual.
If she gets in your face, whatever she does, you do not have a right to hit a woman. No, sir. What has the state attorney tried to do?
Objection, proper argument.
Sustained.
What have they done?
Objection.
What evidence have they tried to put on?
Overruled.
What evidence have they tried to paint Sarah as? What evidence? This ain't the 1900s. This is 2024. What's all these text messages? Why is that relevant? What are they trying to claim? She provoked his violence? She provoked his violence. Isn't that what they've done here in this trial?
Sustained.
And we'll get back on this.
Disregard every bit of her testimony, from court to the detectives to the 911 operator to the doctors. Her testimony, if it is to be believed, the most favorable light that she has presented of herself, is that at the end of a Sunday fun day, where we are drinking, we're outside by the dartboard, we're doing puzzles, we're doing arts and crafts, and there finally comes a point in time where we're going to play hide and seek. And he says, "Tag, you're it." Even though she's it, she goes upstairs, hides in the shower, eventually gets tired of being there, it's cold, so on and so forth, and she comes back downstairs. And as she comes back downstairs, she can see Mr. Torres fiddling to place himself inside the suitcase to try and hide for this game. And the lid is not closed and it's flapping. And out of jest, out of levity, undisputed according to her testimony, she comes over there and zips it shut. Whether it's 100% or enough for 2 fingers to get out, that is something that you decide as the jury. But there came a point in time where the fun and games was over. And Mr. Torres told her that. "Babe, I can't breathe. Sarah, babe, let me out. This is all on video. We don't have to imagine this. This is all on video." 1062. At that point in time, she is using force against him that is not justified. She is the initial provocateur. She is the aggressor under the law. And what level of force is it? I can't breathe. Not let go of my hand, not get your hands off me. I can't breathe.